This year, on August 25th, 2016, the National Park Service will be turning 100 years old. This is an organization founded and run by the U.S. government to help manage all the national parks that are in America. The National Park Service came into play when an act was signed called the National Park Service Organic Act on August 25th, 1916. When it all started, the National Park Service director was to supervise all monuments, all the historic places, and all important national parks. These parks started to be properly managed around the 19th and early 20th century. At the start of 1910, bills were being made to have these parks managed with the National Park Service Act. But this bill was not finalized until 1915 because many service workers thought that this National Park Act would conflict greatly with the control of public lands that were set aside for the U.S. timber trade. The act that eventually passed would assign the director of the national park along with the assistant director, one chief clerk, a manager, and anyone that the draftsman, along with anyone else that the director deemed necessary to have any national park run efficiently. This act with these guidelines was made to properly use federal areas such as reservations, monuments, and national parks so that citizens may enjoy the scenery and be it the wildlife or the monuments. The act will help to continue to preserve the history of the area and has with the National Park Service Organic Act for over 100 years now. Because of all the support of these parks received, the parks have been able to host many events for free or for a nominal fee. You can go to the Bolivar Heights battlefield to see the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah Valley to learn more about the history that made Harper's Ferry so famous. This event remains open from 10:30 to 2:45 p.m. daily for the next 2 months, starting today. You can also go to the Harper's Ferry National Park every Friday for a 2-mile hike in the footsteps of civil rights soldiers and civil rights pioneers while looking at the Shenandoah Valley. This event will be going on for the next 2 months every Friday from starting to 10:30 a.m. and ending at 11:30 a.m. at the Harper's Ferry National Park for free. In the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal National Historic Park, they have always had an event called the Williamsport Republic Launch Boat Rides. These boat rides have been scheduled several months in advance all the way to September 16th. This event starts at 12 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. While there may be a fee to get into some of these parks, most of the events that have been scheduled are for free to attend. I hope all of you have learned a bit about our national parks and are inspired to go to a few of the events to enjoy everything they have to offer. Everyone should visit to celebrate the National Park's 100th anniversary. Here is my audience.